What's good, bro? What's good, bro? Listen to me. Just listen. Just for a second, just listen to me. Don't be embarrassed about where you are in your journey. Be embarrassed to stop. Be embarrassed to stop. I'm gonna tell y'all what I mean by that. When you first start something, whether it's content, whether you're trying to start a side hustle, whether you're trying to go to school, whether you're trying to get a new career, whatever you're trying to do, understand that there's gonna be people that may laugh at you, especially like content, especially if you say you want to own your own HVAC company, or you want to own your own tech company, or you want to own your own store, you want to own your own shoe store. Let me explain something to you, bro. You gotta understand and you gotta be okay with the fact that people are probably going to laugh at you when you first start off at something and you can't care about it. But you can't be embarrassed about where you are. And what I mean by that is, let's just say you want to be a detailer. You want to detail cars. And right now, bro, you may not even be getting no cars. You may not even be getting no clients. You may not even be getting people to hit your line for car services. You may do one a week. You may do one a month. You see what I'm saying? Or your content. You may do content and you may get two viewers. You may get two viewers on your streams, or you only get two views on your videos, or whatever the case is. People may have something to say about that and people may laugh at you. But what you got to understand is, bro, people gonna laugh until it works. And the other side of that is, don't be embarrassed about where you are. If you only getting two views right now in your content, don't be embarrassed about that. Be embarrassed to stop. You have to be embarrassed to stop. You got to be embarrassed to let those people win. Because when you understand that when people laugh at you, when people have something to say, or people say that you can't do something, whether it's a side hustle, whether it's content, whether it's you trying to own a company, whether you're trying to go back to school, whatever it is, when people laugh at you, when people have something to say, when you quit and when you stop doing whatever it is that you were trying to do, you win. They win. You don't win. You lose. That is when you should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed to stop. When you first put that first video out there, it's out there. When you first start putting out your post or whatever on Instagram, so because you're trying to get customers for your detailing business or whatever, for whatever side hustle, for whatever business that you have, and you worried about people worried that they see your numbers and they see that you only got 2 followers or 6 followers or 30 followers on your business page or whatever, you have to now be embarrassed to stop, because once you stop, they win. Now they can continue to laugh at you because they were right. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, bro, when people laugh at you for trying to do something, they're looking at it as if you're not gonna win. You're not gonna make it. You know how many people probably have seen my content, people that I've known over the years, whether it's women, whether it's men or whatever, that have probably seen my videos online and have probably laughed at me, probably had something to say. But see, the thing is, they're gonna laugh, and they laugh until it starts to work. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, when it starts to work, then they wanna join. Then they wanna figure out how you got there. Then they wanna figure out what you did. Then they wanna figure out how you did this, and can you put them on game, and can you give them a job, or can you give them some pointers so they can start their own stuff. I'm telling you, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all. I don't care if you're a content creator. I don't care if you're trying to be a business owner. I don't care what industry you're in. You have to be embarrassed to stop. When you're trying to do something that not everybody can do, people will laugh at you and people will have something to say, but you can't worry about that. Never be embarrassed about your two views. Never be embarrassed about your one car a week. Never be embarrassed about your one customer a week. Never be embarrassed about your one customer a month if that's where you are right now. Never be embarrassed about 50 views on a video. Never be embarrassed about any of that. Be embarrassed to stop. Because once you put it out there that is what you're doing, you have to just keep going. You absolutely have to keep going, because if you stop, those people, all of those people that doubted you, all of those people that had something to say, they now win. You lose and they win. You got to be embarrassed to stop. You got to real life get to the point where it don't matter where you are. You have to be embarrassed to let people see you crumble and let people see you give up. You can't give up. I don't care how unorthodox it is. I don't care how different it is. It is what it is, bro. You think that a lot of my family or most of my family understand what I'm doing with content? Probably not. Do you think that everybody that I know understands what I'm doing with content? Probably not, but I don't care. I'm at a point where I don't even really care where I'm at. I want to win so bad, and I want to shit on everybody so bad that I can't stop. And it's not even just about other people, because it's definitely not about other people. It's about me. But I know that people doubt me, and I'm cool with that. But I am more embarrassed to stop and let them win than I am embarrassed to post a video and only get 20 views if that's where I am. I don't care about what everybody else is doing. I'm embarrassed to stop. I'm embarrassed to let you see me fold. I'm embarrassed to let you win. That's what I'm embarrassed about. I'm not embarrassed about my views. I'm not embarrassed about whatever business I'm in. I'm not embarrassed about none of that stuff. You can't be embarrassed about that. You can't worry about people doubting you and people saying that you can't do XYZ. Because I'm trying to tell you, bro, when you accomplish XYZ and when you start really doing XYZ at a high level, that's when everybody is going to want to join you. That's when everybody's going to act like they've been there for you. That's when everybody's going to want to support you. They're going to laugh until you win. They're going to laugh until... That's why, bro, you can never worry about what people are thinking about you, because when you first start something off, everybody going to have something to say. They're going to say, oh, that's not a real job. Oh, that's not a real career. Oh, that's not this. Oh, man, you can't have this type of business, or you can't do this type of stuff, or whatever. You didn't go to school, or you didn't do this. It's going to be people that have so much stuff to say. But I'm trying to tell you, bro, it's going to be the worst. That ain't even the worst feeling. That ain't even the worst about it. The worst about it is if you let them be right. You can't let those people be right, because I'm trying to tell you, bro, it's a lot of people that's going to say that you're going to quit. It's a lot of people that foresee you quitting. They know you're going to quit, or they feel you're going to quit. They know in their heart, or they feel in their heart that you're going to quit and you're not going to see it through. You can't let them people win, bro. You can't let them people be right about you. You can't. You got to prove people wrong. I'm not making this video to say that you should care about what people think of you, but what I am saying is there's a lot of people that don't start whatever that venture is, whether it's content, whether it's starting a business, whether it's a side hustle, whatever it is. It is a lot of people, guys and women, that will not start something because they're embarrassed about where they are and they're embarrassed about where they started. Everybody starts from somewhere. Everybody starts from somewhere, bro. Speed started from somewhere. Casanat started from somewhere. All of these people started from somewhere. All of these people start from somewhere, and not even just on a content perspective. The people that you see in trucks, these big companies, these big HVAC companies, these big car detailers, these people, all of these people started from somewhere. Somebody started a car detailing company, and they started off with no cars. They probably had to do it for free. They probably had to ask their family members. They probably had to go and ask their family members to wash their car for free so they could get some content for their page. Everybody starts off somewhere, and people gonna laugh at you, but they only gonna laugh until it work. Because once it work, what can they laugh at? Once you start really getting the money and you really start working and you really start getting to where you're trying to be, what they gonna laugh at? Not even just about the money, bro. People gonna laugh at you when you say, let's say that you a big dude or you a big woman or whatever the case is, and you say, hey, today I am now declaring that I am going to eat better, I'm going to do better, I am going to lose weight, I'm going to drop 50 pounds or however many pounds I need to drop. People gonna laugh at you. People gonna say that you can't do it. People gonna say that you can't do it. But guess what? You don't need to be embarrassed about the weight that you are today. You need to be embarrassed about quitting. You need to be embarrassed about stopping. Be embarrassed about that. Don't be embarrassed about where you are. Don't be embarrassed about today. Don't be embarrassed about what your results are today. Be embarrassed to stop, because once you stop, those people win. Everything that they said was true. Everything that they said about you was absolutely true if you stop and you quit. You can't, I'm trying to tell y'all, be embarrassed to stop. If you start posting on TikTok or YouTube, bro, and you only getting 1-2 views, and you only getting 1 or 2 views or 20 views or 50 views or 100 views or whatever it is, bro, so what? If you 300 pounds today and you trying to get down to 180, so what? Don't be worried about people saying that you this or that. Worry about being embarrassed to stop. Don't be embarrassed about where you started, because I'm trying to tell you, bro, once you get some real motion and once you really start getting to where you're trying to go, and once you start to get some traction in that business, your weight, whatever it is, that's when everybody gonna be running around like, damn, he actually did do it. He actually did exactly what he said he was going to do. He actually is getting the views now. He actually is getting the deals now. He actually did lose a lot of weight. He actually is more muscular. He actually is eating better. It's a lot of people that are scared to start something because they're worried about what people have to say. Again, I'm going to use myself as an example. Do you know how many people that I've known in my past or whatever that have probably come across my YouTube or my TikTok and probably have laughed? Whether it was laugh that I was just doing content in general, or whether it was laugh, or whether they laughed because of views or whatever it is. But guess what though, bruh? It's starting to work. So laugh. I'm gonna give y'all an example. It's probably a bunch of people that have laughed at me doing content, but I got reached out to by a brand on TikTok. My first brand reached out to me on TikTok and sent me some free stuff. Now I gotta, I don't know if I'm gonna review it or not, but the fact that a company said, I see your content, they reached out to me. They said, I see, they looked at my content, like what I'm doing, they see the views that I'm doing, and they wanted to reach out. They wanted to acknowledge the fact that they see what I'm doing. They wanted to send me free stuff. I ain't pay for this stuff. If I was embarrassed about where I was or where I started, that would have never happened because I would have quit already. I would have quit already. But I'm not in the business of quitting. I'm not in the business of letting people win. I'm not in the bit. I'm gonna win. It's gonna be me that's gonna win. People gonna laugh at you until it works, bro. I'm telling you, that is just how it goes. Nobody wants to support you until you actually win. People don't care about the process, especially girls that you may be dealing with. They don't care about the process. They don't care about the process of you grinding. They don't care about that. They care about the results. That's what you always got to understand. And people gonna laugh until they see the results, and you can't care about it. You can't care about it, but don't be embarrassed about where you are. If whether you're getting no views, whether your business is not doing that well or whatever, whether you're not making no money, whatever it is, don't be embarrassed about that. Be embarrassed to stop, because once you put it out there that I am a content creator, you stand on that. Once you put it out there that you're a car detailer, stand on that. Once you out there, you say that you're a plumber, or whether you're a mechanic, whether you wrap cars, whether you're a photographer, whether you're trying to lose weight, stand on that. Stand on that and don't worry about what people may think about it. Because guess what? I made a video about you gonna suck when you first start out. Whether you a barber, whatever it is, you ain't gonna be that good when you start out. I made a whole video about that. Go back and watch that video. You gonna suck at it. It's just what it is. But you can't worry about that. You gotta be embarrassed to stop. Because once you stop, you let those people win. You let all the doubters and the naysayers win. You let them be right. You can't let them be right. Don't let no doubter or no naysayer let you, or don't allow them to see you sweat. Don't allow them to see you stressed out. Get out here and grind, bro. I'm trying to tell you, they're gonna laugh at you. They're gonna have something to say. They're gonna tell you that you can't do it. They're gonna tell you it's not a real job. They're gonna tell you that you can't start a company. They're gonna tell you can't lose weight. They're gonna tell you a bunch of bullshit and you can't listen to it. I love y'all so much. Y'all make sure that y'all go follow me on all social media platforms. We growing, we working. I love y'all so much, and I'll see y'all in another one.